He looked at his phone and said one word that changed everything: divorce. Have you ever spent years building a life with someone, only to realize one day that you feel completely alone, even while they're sitting right next to you? That's where I found myself after 12 years of marriage. We've been together since 2009. We have children, a house, a shared history that should mean something. On paper, we look like the perfect team, and in many ways, he was a responsible partner. He provided for us, showed up for the kids, paid the bills, but emotionally, I felt invisible for years. Every time I tried to express how I felt about the way I was drowning in silence, about the weight I was carrying, he brushed me off. You're always complaining. Why are you so negative? Stop nagging. So eventually, I stopped talking altogether, because what's the point in speaking when your words are treated like noise? I cried in the dark some nights, lying inches away from the man I married, but feeling like I was on a different planet. And once, just once, I mustered up the courage to say, if I ever go cold on you, don't you dare regret it one day. He didn't even look up from his phone. All he said was, divorce then? That was before I found out I had cancer. Cancer changes everything. It stripped me down to the bones, not just physically, but emotionally. It made me reevaluate my entire life, especially my marriage. I told him the truth. I didn't feel the same love anymore. And I asked with tears in my eyes, is this something we can fix? He didn't argue, didn't beg, didn't reflect, just calmly said he'd respect whatever decision I made, even if it meant divorce. And then came the final blow. I found out he cheated with someone from work. At first, he swore up and down it wasn't true. He swore on everything. Until I showed him the proof. Only then did he admit it. And instead of taking responsibility, he blamed me. He said I'd become distant. He said I was always moody. He said I made him sleep in the other room, but the truth, I was exhausted. I'm a full-time teacher. I grade papers until midnight, take care of the house, the kids, and I'm battling cancer on top of it. I wasn't cold. I wasn't moody. I was fighting for my life while still trying to hold my family together, and he was blaming me for his betrayal. I've forgiven so much in this marriage, but this feels like betrayal on a level that's almost cruel. I'm terrified of divorce, not because I can't live without him, but because I don't know how to explain to my kids that their family won't look the same anymore, that I broke it, but I'm also terrified of staying, of continuing to feel like I'm the problem, of pretending I'm okay with someone who looks me in the eye and keeps living like nothing happened. He's not a monster. He's a good father, but I don't know if I'll ever feel safe with him again. He still tries to act like we're fine, still plays the role of husband, even after I told him I forgave him, but I can't be his wife anymore. So here I am, stuck between grief and guilt, between what was and what could still be. Am I overreacting? Is there still something left here worth saving? Or is it okay to admit that this is the end? If you've ever been through something like this, please Share your truth. Your advice could be the light I need right now. Because right now, I don't know if I should fight for my marriage or finally fight for me. Comment below. What would you do in my place? Share this if you know someone who's ever felt torn between staying and saving themselves. Your words matter more than you know.